eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine.
Welcome back to the video, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. I just received this package here, and it is the dual mass flywheel. Now the one that I have on my vehicle is definitely bad because it was giving me that chattering sound, and just by rotating the flywheel I could tell that it is bad. So I placed an order directly from UK and I got the part today. It took about 2 weeks to reach. I apologize for the previous video being too fast of a time lapse. I will try to explain as much as I can when I put back everything. That way whoever needs to know step by step will find it a little bit easier than watching a time-lapse video. Let's open up this package here and just inspect it, make sure it's good. Now this part was around $600 online, genuine part, whereas the dealer wanted close to $1,000. So I figured I would wait and just order the flywheel. Now you might be asking why I didn't resurface my flywheel. I tried calling at least 10 shops around and nobody resurfaces dual mass flywheels, just because of how expensive the machine is to resurface the flywheel. So you know, I ended up surfacing it by hand using sandpaper, and as you can see it's not very bad. It's just there's a lot of play in it. It wobbles, so that causes chattering. As you can see there, that shouldn't be wobbling like that because there's bearing in these dual mass flywheels that go bad and then they start banging, and once you hit the clutch it goes away. Now sometimes it is a release bearing only, but in my case it's the flywheel as well. So I'm gonna replace the flywheel right now, torque it down, and then just clean up everything and start putting back the transmission in the engine and then lifting the whole thing up back in the vehicle. And this should be good to go. So I'm gonna make it another slow time lapse. Hopefully this way, you know, you will see exactly what I'm doing more clearly and slower than the previous video. Now the only thing I did when I removed the engine is I took off the radiator, the power steering, cooler, disconnected all the hoses, disconnected the coolant lines, drained the fluid except for the engine oil. I didn't drain that. And then I disconnected the exhaust. Make sure you disconnect the shaft from inside the vehicle, 10mm. As you can see in my previous video, the first thing I disconnected was the shaft, the steering column shaft. And then all you need to do is just make sure all the wires are disconnected, mainly the oxygen sensor wires which sit there, and the vacuum hoses. And then there is one mount here that holds the transmission, and there's another mount there that holds the engine. And then just support the whole thing and drop it down, of course, after taking off the 4 subframe bolts. Other than that, pretty much it's straightforward. I'm gonna do the same thing. Once you have that out, you can start taking off the transfer case. You just put a wedge in between and the separator comes off, and then you can start taking off the transmission. Again, I'm gonna put back everything now, and it will be a slower time lapse compared to the last one. There we have it, guys. Everything's done, good to go. I'm gonna give the car a try now. I'm gonna start it up and hopefully everything is good. It's all complete and it is rolling good. The Jaguar is done with the brand new clutch, flywheel, release bearing, flush the engine, put some new oil in it, flush the clutch fluid, new clutch fluid, and it's pretty much done. If you have any question, guys, drop it in the comment section below and I will try to respond as quick as I can. And if you're not a subscriber by now, please hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching.